So when I cut them out, I'm using a plasma cutter, and it's really important to have a nice clean edge to draw the plasma cutter along. So the paintbrush is a really sound way of giving me that crisp line. 2011, I had a wonderful opportunity and experience to go to China. The Chinese government had actually, through their research on the internet, discovered my fireballs and had invited me to come to Changchun, which is a city in northern China, to make a huge fireball. We named it the biggest fireball in the world, because at this point it is the biggest one I've ever made. It stood at 14 foot with the figures that I cut out from it. It was actually like a little over 3-meter sphere. They flew me to China. They set me up in a very fancy 5-star hotel, and along with a group of other artists, there was an international symposium there, and they were inviting artists from all around the world, actually 104 different countries, to make sculptures for this new sculpture park in the city of Changchun. And so I was invited to make a fireball, and they provided all the materials, provided the equipment, and actually a couple of assistants. So I was there for 7 weeks, but out of the 7 weeks, a month of that was working on this big 10-foot sphere. Well, the day after I'd finished making it was the August full moon in China. So I had asked the organizers of the event whether I could burn the fireball before leaving it with them, in order that we could continue the tradition that we've created in the BVI of burning these fireballs on a full moon, which they thought it was a good idea until halfway through the evening and the party they saw it glowing red hot with the amount of flame coming out of it. So we had an incredible sort of battle as the Chinese authorities started to try and put out the fire of this glowing red fireball. And myself and a whole lot of the other artists that were invited actually had to confront them and push them away from the fire and stop them from putting it out, because putting cold water and foam onto this burning metal probably would have been more damaging than the heat of the fire itself. Anyway, it made for a very dramatic birth of this huge, great fireball. Yeah, there was quite a moment in the fireball, in my fireball history here, when I was actually asked to lease some of these balls for the Google wedding, as it's called. Larry Page, the creator of Google, was married in the BVI 3 or 4 years ago, and they requested to hire some of my fireballs for the event, which was a great moment. We had a barge come in on the beach and load them up, and they carried them up to Little Dick's, where we put them out on stands in the water. We also used the fire columns that you can see the side. We filled them with fire and burnt them. So he had a very spectacular bull burning at his Google wedding, which was yeah, it was a nice experience. It was quite an honor to be invited to show them there, or to lease them to them for the wedding. And yeah, it was good exposure. It was a really nice bit of publicity there.
I think that's it. Good. Cool.